Okay, we were coming home from a job in Wheeling, West Virginia. This is 1971. We were riding in our big truck that we got after we got a recording contract. Of course, in 1971, who didn't have a recording contract? We had a big truck and had a flip-over cab. We had made a little room in the back of the truck. We'd put a wall in there, and there was a little room. We put 2 windows in and a roof vent and a door, and we would ride there. And then in the back of the truck was all the equipment. Well, that room would get pretty smoky on the way home from a gig. And nobody was smoking cigarettes. So anyway, one night we're coming home from Wheeling, West Virginia, and all the giggling and fooling around in the little room in the back of the truck had been over. And someone discovered that if you put your feet up in the air and your head on the floor, in other words, you were standing on your head, you leaned your feet against the wall and you were standing on your head, it was very relaxing, very relaxing. So we're coming home from Wheeling, West Virginia, and we're all meditating our navel or whatever we're doing with our head on the floor and our feet up in the air. And we didn't notice that the truck had slowed down. In fact, we didn't notice that the truck had stopped. And all of a sudden, the door opens, a flashlight shines in, and there's a Pennsylvania State Trooper. Well, all the legs came down at the same time into a big jumble, and we literally fell out of the truck. I can't imagine what that trooper thought. He lined us all up along the side of the truck and checked our ID. This trooper was a man of few words, okay? And then he asked us, what's in the back of the truck? So we opened the door to show him. Of course, there's all our equipment back there. And he says, take it out. And we're all kind of standing there, still most of us in a little bit of a daze, wondering what he meant by it. Take it out. And then he says again, take it all out. So we start unloading the truck right there along Interstate 70. And this trooper, he looked in everything. Opened all the guitar cases. In my guitar case, you know, he opened the little compartment. I had a little, one of those little metal tins that you would carry mints in, that I had guitar picks in. He looked in that. Anything that could open, he looked in. We had a rack that was full of drawers with cables. He had us take all the cables out. So there we were along Interstate 70, Hammond organ, Leslie, Perkins cabinets, subwoofers, horns, just all scattered along the side of Interstate 70. Okay, so by now it's daylight, and we're all still wondering what's going to happen to us. And this trooper, you know, he looks at everything. We've got it all out there. He just walks away, gets in his cruiser, and drives away. Doesn't say anything. Doesn't say you're under arrest. Doesn't say you're free to leave. He just goes and leaves. So there we are, standing there wondering what to do. And we probably stood around for half an hour waiting to see if anything would happen. And finally, we packed up the truck and we headed home. Now, we were stopped by the state police almost every time we went because of our license plate, which I have another video about how to avoid that. And we were never asked to unload the truck or anything until we were all standing on our heads. That's it. No further advice.